Out where the dead man's creek whispers low, under the shadow of the buzzard's flight, the winds carry tales of a gunslinger's woe through ghost towns bathed in the moon's pale light. His spurs, they jingle like a lonely hymn, past chapel ruins where the faithful pray. Cursed sand beneath where hope grows dim, the echoes of his last ride softly invade. Whiskey bottles and forgotten graves, dust storms rage where the heart misbehaves. Echoes haunt the silent desert's cry, a lone rider's tale neath the endless sky. Once loved a girl with fire in her eyes, in a town too worn to even recall its name. The trail burned under those arid skies, her love a memory flickering like a flame. He rode for vengeance through lands God-forsaken, chasing shadows only danced in his head. Each mile a marker of a love taken on a path that led to the dead, not the wed. Whiskey bottles and forgotten graves, dust storms rage where the heart misbehaves. Echoes haunt the silent desert's cry, the lone rider's tale neath the endless sky. In the mirror of the night, his soul laid bare, train whistle moans a tune of despair. A face not his own in the dying light, the realization strikes, cold as a desert night. No more whiskey, pour it on the graves. Silence now as the dust storm behaves. Echoes fade in the vast desert sigh. Last ride's over this gunslinger's night. Each drum of a guitar, each rasping note song paints a haunting picture of a lifespan under the vast starlit skies of a lawless land, where each shadow might be an old foe, and every gust of wind carries the whispers of the past. Riding through the silent grave, in the heart of a dust-swallowed ghost town, where the wind whispers low through the graves, rode a man with a scar across his shadow, through the cursed lands where the night never wanes. Beneath skies inked with tales of betrayal, he passed churches ablaze in the gloom, his path lit by the light of a flickering memory, dancing alone in the ruins' perfume. Riding through the silent grave, whiskey on his breath, heart enslaved to a love lost and avowed. It still whispers in the hollows, where the fearless are braver. He'd once loved a girl like a wildfire, burning bright in a world full of strife. But her heart was a pawn in a gambler's cold hands, drawn to the edge of his knife. In the silence of a forsaken station, he recalls how her laughter turned cold as a train whistled long through the desert's dark heart, carrying away the gold. Riding through the silent grave, past forgotten graves where lies are paved, ghostly echoes of old train whistles Mixed with his fury, sharp as thistles. At the edge where the earth meets the darkness, he stands still where they once vowed to wed. A specter in lace haunts a chapel nearby, whispers of revenge from the dead. He lifts his eyes to the horizon, where the dawn breaks harsh and it's clear. The only way out from the pain and the rage is to face down his demons, draw near. Riding through the silent grave, with a spirit cleansed and a soul brave. In the dust storms that cleanse bitter past, he finds peace amidst the outcast.
Stretch and wind past the ghost town silence, under the morning sky. Old whiskey whispers from the lips of a dusty bottle, as the sun bleeds red over the hills where spirits lie. Hear the whispers in the last ride, echoes of the vows and the love that died. In the roar of the dust storm, hear the cries of the souls once scorched by deceit and lie. The tale unwinds in a forgotten grave, where roses wither and no prayers are said. She was the flame and the fury, the storm in my veins. Turned to betrayal, left my heart for dead. A train whistle moans through the cursed night air, a reminder of the night she vanished, thin as despair. Hear the whispers in the last ride, smoking memories where the old pains hide. In the howl of the wind, feel the bite of a love that's turned to war in peace, set to flight. That burned, we swore our oath, till vengeance grew like thorns around my soul's own roof. By the light of the moon, I see her face in the silver glow, my heart's disgrace. So whispers in the last ride, the land's too scorched from the tears I've cried. Except in the dusk where my fears reside, in the last ride's whisper where my demons hide. In the silent desert under starlit dust lies a story buried in whiskey bottles and rust. In the shadow of a burning burning church under a blood-red sky. An old gunslinger tells his tale with a whiskey bottle dry. The wind moans through the ghost town streets, the dust clouds hide the sun. This land's forsaken by the light, where a cursed man's run begun. No mercy in the devil's deal, only shadows by your side. When you trade your soul for vengeance, there's no place left to hide. The night grows cold, the fire dies, but the past won't set you free. No mercy in the devil's deal, just endless misery. He loved once beneath the stars, in a time too brief to stay. Her laughter now a whisper lost as the desert took her away. Betrayed by a brother's jealous hand, left for dead in the silent sands. He struck a deal at the crossroads light for the power to set things right. No mercy in the devil's deal, only echoes of regret. Each killing word a hollow prayer for a love he can't forget. The night grows cold, the fire dies, but the ghost won't let him be. No mercy in the devil's deal, just change as you can't see. Midnight glass, he faces who he's come to be. A phantom in a forsaken land, trapped in his own decree. The whistle of a distant train calls him to his final stand, to reclaim a soul he sold in vain, or fall by his own hand. No mercy in the devil's deal, just a lonesome bitter end. The gun he draws, the choice he makes, a broken heart he can't mend. The night grows cold, the fire's died, in the silence he'll confess. No mercy in the devil's deal, just a piece of nothingness. Out where the train whistles cut through the night, amongst ghost towns and graves forgotten tight, a dusty bottle stands half empty, poised in grace, beside a tattered gown of old weary lace. The moon casts shadows long and thin on silent churches where sin sleeps within. Oh, we dance the ashes and lace waltz, sweet and slow, under stars that no longer dare to glow. Her whispers in the dark, like a serpent's hiss, in this ghostly ballroom, sealed with a traitor's kiss. She was sunlight slicing through my cursed land, a beauty fierce with a tempest in her hand. But the devil's in the dust storm, spinning tales of deceit. Her heart was a bounty, and I too blind to retreat. Whiskey told truths that daylight dared to hide, in the echo of our love
a cold, sharp twist in this desolate waltz by betrayal kissed. The mirror cracked, the silver faded black. I saw her ghost in the lace, no turning back. With each step the floorboards creak with blame. In the dance hall of shadows I called her name. So I danced the ashes and lace waltz alone and stark, with the phantom in my arms in the desert dark. Revenge, a bitter trail from the lies we spun in the haunted night under a blood-red sun. This heart worn down by a waltz so vile, yet I spin, step and sway, caught in her ghostly smile. In the hollows of a ghost town, where the wind whispers sins, moonlight dances on shattered glass. The night show begins beneath the sway of a hangman's tree. Shadows merge and part, each step they take a silent claim on a forsaken heart. So waltz, waltz with the shadows under the devil's moon, where coyotes howl and the whiskey drowns out sorrow's tune. In the dust of cursed lands, where lost souls find their call, we spin with ghosts of yesterday at the shadows waltz. Once loved a girl with fire in her eyes and a storm in her laugh. Promised her forever 'neath the stars on our broken path. But betrayal's breeze swept through our dreams, left me cold and scorned, with nothing but her echo in the chapel where we'd sworn. So waltz, waltz with the shadows under the devil's moon, past burning churches, through the night that can't come too soon. For every love that's lost, a specter's tale it installs. We dance a dance of vengeance in the shadows waltz. By the old train tracks I heard the whistle of our past, a melody so bitter in desert wind so vast. She's just a ghost in the tumbleweeds, a whisper in my flask. Tonight the shadows claim me as I rip off the mask. Waltz, waltz with the shadows, let the cold truth be shown. In this silent desert, revenge burns in the bones. Here's to the love forgotten, in their graves unadorned. We fade into the night, where only shadows are reborn. So I'll meet her at the crossroads, where our old love had died. In the haunted quiet, where the last of trust had lied. Together we'll embrace in a dance that never stalls, forever caught in the endless loop of the shadows' waltz. Out where the shadows haunt the scorched sand, under a ghostly moonlight stand, voices whisper through silver sage, a tale of a man and his darkened rage. Whiskey bottle by a worn boot side, dust devils dance where secrets hide. The eerie wail of a distant train echoes the gunslinger's haunting pain. No mercy in the gunslinger's eyes, cold as the desert nights, clear skies, each bullet a mark, each step a sin. No mercy where vengeance begins. Once loved a maiden fair and bright, her laughter a beacon in the night. Betrayed by a friend under blood-red skies, she lay in a church that no longer cries. Through forgotten towns his boots tread on, past burning crosses and love long gone. His heart turned to stone on that cursed morn, left nothing but fury, tattered and worn. No mercy in the gunslinger's eyes, haunted like ghost towns under stormy skies, each bullet a story, each scar a sign. No mercy on this broken line. At the edge of the world in the silence vast, he faced his betrayer from shadows cast. Words are wind in the desert's roar, only the gun speaks with final lore. No mercy in the gunslinger's deeds, across these cursed lands of sorrow bleeds. Under a blackened veil he claims his due. No mercy, only the desert knew. In the shadow of the mesa where the sun bled out its fire, whiskey bottles and dust storms paint the ghost of my desire. A train whistle moans through crumbling stones in a town too dead to die, where my heart lies buried under western skies. Oh, sing me that ghost town ballad of a love that's burned to ash, with every chord strummed under a moon so bright. Betrayals breeze through the chapel's charred remains, dance with the devils among the windswept plains. was a wild desert rose with thorns I did not see. Her whisper like a serpent beneath the old oak tree. Her lies were a masked ball, her truth the first to fall. In the night where the coyotes call still haunts my every dream. Oh, play me that ghost town ballad where the shadows know my name. Oh, ghost waltz in the dust of blame. A heart left hanging on a gallows tight and tall. Echoes of our laughter through the forsaken hall. But there by the churchyard I faced my fearsome foe. His gun was quick but my revenge it was slow. In the silence of the gunfire lay the truth I came to know. She's gone like the dust that I now sow. So sing for me softly that ghost town requiem where love's a forgotten hymn and nights condemned. Here in this desolation I claim my cursed crown, a king of a barren kingdom in a ghost town gown. So let the wind sing and the lonely church bell toll. A ballad for the broken in the desert soul. Out where the whistling winds moan through the thorns lies a prairie so cursed it weeps and it mourns. Under skies painted with the brush of the crow, black whiskey in hand where no clear rivers flow. Echoes of train whistles crying through the night. Burning church shadows cast by pale moonlight. Haunted prairie, sing a sorrowful tune under the watch of a blood-red moon. Ghosts of the past in the dust they lay, lost love and betrayal, on this ground they stay. Years ago, a love blossomed wild and free, till it was cut down beneath the old hangman's tree. He promised her roses, but delivered only thorns. Left her heart as barren as the land's forlorn. In the town now forgotten, with graves overgrown, her spirit wanders forever alone. Haunted prairie, sing your sorrowful tune under the watch of a blood-red moon. Ghosts of the past in the dust they lay, lost love and betrayal, on this ground they stay. In the silence of the desert, he hears her call from the shadows of the church to the old town hall. With a gun by his side and revenge in his eyes, he seeks the man who told those fatal lies. A showdown looms under the haunted sky. Only one will live, the other will die. Haunted prairie, where the cursed souls roam, now he joins her never again. Every note like a whisper of the restless dead plays on in the prairie where the darkest tales are bred.
Secrets of sin. The sun beats down where my troubles begin. Ghost town shadows, they dance on the graves of men too foolish, too wild to be safe. Whiskey bottles lay empty, souls just the same under the heat of this cursed land's flame. There's no mercy in the dusty boots, walking lines that the devil drew, haunted by the love that the desert took, silent prayers to a forsaken roof. Every step, every move bears the weight of the past in the heart of the outlaw where nothing can last. That train whistle moans like an old church choir, singing tales of a cross of smoke and a fire. She loved like a tempest, left like a thief, in her eyes a storm, in my heart the grief. The dust storms came and covered my tracks. She's a memory's ghost that ain't never coming back. There's no mercy in the dusty boots, walking lines that the devil drew, haunted by the love that the desert took, silent prayers to a forsaken rook. Every step, every move bears the weight of the past in the heart of the outlaw where nothing can last. In the dead of night, by the cold of the stone, I faced the man who claimed what was my own. Gunfire echoed like thunder, it roared. Only one set of boots walked out that door. There's no mercy in the dusty boots, only echoes of the lives they uproot. A trail of vengeance, old debts to pay, forgotten souls in the break of day. No mercy in the leather and the dust, just a heart full of bullets and a gun that won't rust. In every line, the shadow of fate, where love's lost and revenge waits. Out where the hollow winds whisper sins, past the chapel where the fire took the saints. There's a trail lit by the ghost of a lantern's glow, where whiskey bottles mark a path only the cursed know. Each step a memory, each shadow a tale of woe. Where the lantern path waits, so do the bones of
hearts lies a story unspoken. The cries of the night, they know my name. Lost love's echo and the winds that never wane. Dust remembers a stride of forsaken boots through silent towns with boarded saloons. There's a flame that burns in a lover's scorn, and a man with a heart from which all warmth is shorn. Promises like tumbleweeds, gone as soon as they're sworn. Where the lantern path waits, silent gates, past forgotten graves, where the love once bloomed. Here lies the dust of dreams decay on cursed lands where we once prayed. Valley of shadows, I met my fears, face to face with the years and the salt of my tears. A showdown with the ghost in my mind, where the past and present are cruelly entwined. I reach for my gun as the night resigns. Where the lantern path waits, my scores with the ghost of my love and the wars of my remorse. The stars witness my sins in this desolate expanse. I walk alone, gave the devil his dance on the lantern path. There's nothing left but to advance. In a ghost town where the dust whispers sin, lay a bottle half empty, echoes of gin. Train tracks rusty, the depot's lights dim. A shadow moves slow where hope's light grows thin. Gone with the whiskey, my heart rides the storm. Lost in the bottle where true lies are born. Old church bells toll for vows that were sworn. Gone with the whiskey where devils are formed. Secrets are kept in graves unmarked where silent tears wept. She promised forever, then away she crept with a gunslinger's heart that ain't never slept. Gone with the whiskey, my dreams turn to dust, trust turned to ashes. In betrayal we trust. Love's just a memory, fading to rust. Gone with the whiskey, in shadows whiskey. Revenge burns deep. Silent desert holds the secrets I keep. In the cold night wind, the willows they weep. Gone with the whiskey, in death's sleep I'll leap.
In the heart of the wasteland, under a blood-red sky, lies the devil's ghost town, where even shadows die. Whiskey bottles clinking on the broken barroom floor, echoes of the damned who ain't marching home no more. Oh, the winds whisper sins of the silver bullet's kiss. A train whistle moans through the fog of the abyss. Here in the devil's ghost town, where lost souls abound, every step is haunted, every heart is bound. Once knew a girl with eyes like wildfires glow. In this cursed town, she was the only truth I'd ever know. But vengeance is a dark road, and I took it on my stride. Left her heart in ruin and our love on the other side. Hear the church bells burning, the firestorm's embrace, cries of the forsaken, lost in time and space. In the devil's ghost town, where the dead won't rest, we're just ghosts in the hollow with sins unconfessed. Face the devil at the crossroads, gun heavy in my hand, bargain my soul to rewrite the tales of this forsaken land. But evil's grip is iron, revenge a fleeting breath. In the ashes of my choices, found solitude in death. Now the dusk falls quiet on this cursed ghostly sprawl. Forgotten graves whisper the tales of my downfall. Here in Devil's Ghost Town, under the haunting moon's frown, I walk these dusty streets alone, in the kingdom I disown. Under a sky painted with sorrow's bruise, a ghost town whispers under the moon's faint light. Dust devils dance where the church bells used to ring, and whiskey's my companion through the cold, unforgiving night. Footsteps echo across forgotten graves in this cursed land where only the lost are brave. Spin, spin, black sun walls in shadows where lost lovers once had danced.
chance. Her laughter was a melody, a sweet and haunting tune, now swallowed by the silence of this desolate expanse. Promises crumble like the church consumed by fire. In the ash her locket lies, a victim of our cursed romance. Train whistles moan a dirge across the barren plain, a sound that's now a lullaby for pain that still remains. Spin, spin, black sun walks in shadows where old memories twist and glance. Burning dreams, tender hearts that dawn underneath the black sun, where spirits still enchant. At the crossroads stood the devil with a grin, offered me a vengeful path with whispers of the sin. But in the dust storm's wrath I saw her face again. In the eye of the storm my heart knew it was the end. So spin, spin, black sun walk, in echoes of what used to be my heart's last dance. No more tears for this path I've sought. Underneath the black sun I embrace the darkness I once fought. In the haunted desert silence my revolver lays beside, with the black sun as my witness. It's here my demons abide. In the shadow of the valley where the wild coyotes call lies a town they named El Cenizo, under twilight's heavy pall. Whiskey bottles line the barroom, dust storms cloak the noon in gray. Each step creaks a tale forgotten by the church where demons play. Dance the ashes walls neath the ghostly silver moon, and turn your partner slow to that old forsaken tomb, where the heartbeats once echoed, now the silence reigns supreme. In the waltz of the fallen find the love you cannot redeem. Once a lover, sweet as raindrops, once a trigger cold as steel, her kiss a venom secret kept beneath her heel. By the train tracks left me bleeding, for that treacherous gold mine's call. Haunted whispers in the chapel where the darkest shadows fall. Dance the ashes waltz neath the ghostly silver moon, turn your partner slow to that old forsaken tune. Echoes of the laughter now twisted in the wind. In the waltz of vengeance the outlaw's tale begins. Underneath the burning steeple face the ghost of futures dead.
down a dusty path where the devil's winds blow. Found an old town, shadows dancing slow. Whiskey bottle laying in the middle of the street. A church was burning, hear the flames crack and weep. No mercy on the lonely road where the lost souls come to bear their load. Silent deserts keep their cursed vows. Ain't no forgiveness, just echoes of how. Met a man with eyes like cold train steel. Said he lost his love to a crooked card deal. Promised vengeance neath the crescent moon's glow. Blade in his grip, no intent to let go. No mercy on the lonely road where silence speaks in codes nobody knows. Ghost towns whisper of the deeds so foul. Old sins cast long shadows, they never throw in the towel. In a forgotten grave he knelt down to confess to the ghost of a girl in a blood-stained dress. Across cursed lands his revenge took flight. A deadly quiet settles like the dark swallow in the light. No mercy on the lonely road where every step is a story untold. In the dust of the desert truth finds its way. Revenge or resign, but a price you'll always pay. Each note strums the sorrow of lands, weary and worn on the lonely road where such tales are born.
In the shadow of the mesa where the cold winds never rest, a bottle lay beside him, amber proof of his quest. A lonely train whistle cuts through the cursed night air. In a town too dead for dying, no salvation anywhere. No mercy in the lost love, no tears left to cry. The stars above unblinking, cold in the desert sky. Whispered vows, now ashes, scattered in the breeze. Nothing left but to haunt this ghost town's memories. He rode in with a heart full, left with it torn apart. Her lies were like a razor slicing through his heart. A church once stood as witness, now in embers it lays. Her silhouette in the doorway as the organ softly played. No mercy in the lost love, burned dreams at his feet. Echoes of old footsteps down the empty street. Promises like tumbleweeds rolling out of sight in the cool, relentless shadows of the unforgiving night. silence of the desert faced the truth he knew inside. The love he thought eternal was the first thing that had died. Revenge, a bitter whiskey, he sipped it slow and neat, his heart as dry as the bones that lay forgotten in the heat. No mercy in the lost love, only dust and bone. Revolver by his side as he walks the sands alone. Once a heart brimmed with passion, now with vengeance it's laced. A gunslinger with no name in the vast silent waste. Out where the sunset bleeds a rust on the ridge, underneath the hollow sky's mournful eye, lies a ghost town's whisper, the broken bridge. Past the dusty bottle where dreams run dry, hear the trains cry cut through thin desert air, echoing the tales of old lost despair. Echoes from the hollow sky calling low, spinning tales of love betrayed and curses cast. Whiskey burns slow as cold winds of secrets blow. In the shadows every outlaw's die is cast. Beneath the churchyard's cross, an unmarked grave hides a love stolen by a traitor's hand. Her laughter haunts the canyon, strong and brave. In the silent deserts, I make my stand. The moonlight's witness to this heart's decay. Love's light smothered in the cruelest of ways. Echoes from the hollow sky, weary cries, tales of vengeance on a night without stars. The past a noose, the future's a disguise. Every shadow hides a man behind bars. On this cursed land under cursed skies, faced her ghost in every dawn's pale light. Truce a blade that cuts through all the lies. Tonight the desert knows I'm here to fight. Echoes from the hollow sky, now my guide, resigned to roam where spirits can't find rest. With every step in dust my sins I abide. In the hollow sky, the lost are blessed. Out where sorrow and the lost hopes collide. Echoes from the hollow sky, know I ride. In the whisper of the tumbleweeds, under the
a ghost town where the midnight train saw secrets in its sting. Whiskey bottles lay scattered, their spirits drained and spent, like the hearts of those who cursed this land. Their vows had came and went. Beneath the midnight train, there's a whisper of the wrong, echoes of a lover's plea, where the lost souls have thronged. In the cold and haunting whistle lies a tale of bitter ends. Beneath the midnight train, where the shadow bends. Here's the church with scorched windows, the pews charred black with sin, an altar of forgotten truths where confessions never begin. She promised love by the old creek bed, but her words were dressed in lies. I returned one cursed autumn night to find nothing but demise. Beneath the midnight train, hear the sorrow of the breeze, the rustling of the sallow leaves, the shaking of the trees. With each mournful note it plays, rides the pain of what I lost. Beneath the midnight train, I count the dreadful cost. In the dust storm's wrath, I see her face dancing in the swirls, mocking the life we could have had before it unfurled. The trains cry louder, the tracks still moan, revenge stirs in the dust. Tonight beneath the iron roar, settle this I must. Beneath the midnight train, I lay her memories to rest. Each whistle a reminder of the love I once confessed. And as the darkness claims the tracks, my revenge finally feels right. Beneath the midnight train, I fade into the night. Out there where the horizon bleeds rust, under a sky smudged with charcoal dust, lies a town swallowed by its sinful desires. The old church stands keeper of forgotten fires. Whiskey bottles line the preacher's grave, silent as the secrets that they never did save. Buried in the church fire, hearts wrapped in wire, flames danced on a cold stone, now ash and bone. Whispered prayers swallowed by the liar's power, lost souls wander, cursed to forever roam. That night the wind howled like a freight train wail, her love a ghost story frail and pale. He swore vengeance under
man who had laid his whole world low. A shout rang out like thunder through the plains. In the silent desert only vengeance remains. Buried in the church fire beneath the scornful choir, embers keep the secrets of a love once dire. Old hymns fade into the smoke of funeral pyre. Eternal rest disturbed by the strands of barbed wire. Dusty Bible with a bullet, the edges charred. The preacher man, the devil in a saint's disguise, revealed by the fire's unforgiving eyes. Buried in the church fire, redemption or sire. He walks past the threshold, his heart an open wire. Forgive or forget the ghost town's final choir. A gunslinger's limit as he retires by the fire.